Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Today is the law of least effort. In other words, put another way, my actions achieve maximum benefit with minimal effort. Whew, that sounds like a pretty good law to practice, right? Just for clarification purposes, this does not mean that we sit on our ass all day and do nothing. There are three elements to practicing this law, and they are acceptance, responsibility, and defenselessness. So let's start with acceptance. Acceptance means that we are to accept things as they are, accept people as they are, accept ourselves as we are. For many of us, this will be one of the most difficult laws to practice because there are so many of us out there that are passing judgment against other people, against ourselves, and against where we are in life. So basically, this is our opportunity to let it all go. This is the day, just on Wednesdays, where we step back and we say, okay, it is what it is. This is one of my most favorite expressions because truly in life, we can only control three things. We discussed this yesterday. We can control what we think, we control how we feel, and we control what we do. These components are the beginning and the end of where our control is. We cannot control other people. We cannot control circumstances. We cannot control anything else. The rest, all the details of life, are left up to the universe. So this law can be one of the most challenging laws to practice. As you move forward through the day, I want you to be thinking about, hey, you know what, as I go through life, maybe this isn't exactly the way that I had my day planned, and yet this is the way the day is. We're going to go with the flow. I want you to humor me for a minute. Close your eyes. No peeking. Close them. Okay, they're closed. You are at a water park, and you are sitting in a big yellow inner tube. Your tush is right in the middle. Your legs are hanging over the sides, and your arms are on the sides of the water, the inner tube. And it is a beautiful summer day. You can hear children playing, you can hear birds singing, you feel the sun beating down on your body as the current takes you through the lazy river. You feel peaceful. You feel tranquil. Okay, now open your eyes. This to me is the epitome of the law of least effort. This is where we move through life in a very relaxed state, where we're open to opportunity, where we're open to possibility, when we are moving through and experiencing life in the present moment. This means that we have to let go of a lot of things. The details of life, the circumstances that present themselves today. As we go and interact with people, there may be people that do not agree with what we agree with. They don't behave the way that we think they should behave. We have to let it all go just for today. Okay? This is the day that we say, it is what it is. And I have a commitment and a practice to move forward through the day with the least amount of effort. I don't know if anybody's ever been out in the ocean and get caught in the undertow and had to swim against the current. If you have, you know that is an arduous, exhausting experience, and it takes everything out of us, and yet we go nowhere. Well, when we're practicing the law of least effort, we're doing exactly that. If we are going against the current of life and we're trying to force or impose our will and opinions on other people, we are not practicing the law of least effort. Okay, we are not going with the flow. What we need to do is just surrender and say, you know what? Just for today, I'm going to allow things to unfold exactly the way that they're intended to unfold. And know, and this is a key critical component of this, every experience that we have in life is actually preparing us for our next moments. Everything that we set into motion, every dream that we have, every desire that we have, every wish that we have for ourselves in the future can absolutely come to fruition. It's just that we have to recognize there's a time and a moment that all of that will come into play. And until that happens, we need to just move with the tide. move with the current, because every single moment prior to that coming together of that event is preparing us so that we're ready to receive and allow that event into our life. The more that we resist, the more that we push back, the more that we exert our will and we struggle, the more that we are pushing away the things that we desire most in our lives. I cannot emphasize this enough. It seems though we have bought into this paradigm that we have to work so hard and that we try to push and fight to get everything that we want in our life, and that is sending us so quickly in the opposite direction. It's actually impeding our progress. So for today, just for today, and on Wednesdays, we want to practice going with the flow, surrendering to the moment, so that we can move more smoothly, more easily, more effortlessly through the moments of our day. Critical, really, really critical if we want to achieve everything that matters most to us. The second component of the law of least effort is responsibility. Now, we talked about this yesterday, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this today. Responsibility means that we're going to own our results. We're going to own what comes to us today. We're going to accept it for what it is today and refrain from blaming other people. It's not other people's fault that we are where we are. We are where we are because of the decisions and choices that we've made in the past. So all we can do is shuffle our feet and do something different. Okay? So that's taking responsibility. The last component of the law of least effort pertains to defenselessness, or I prefer to say refrain from being defensive. Okay? When I was a kid, and I'm sure many of you have heard this, we've all heard the same things, sticks and stones may break my bones, and names will never harm me. Well, here's the truth. First of all, people are going to pass judgment. That's just the way it is. Today's the day, though, for those of us in this group, we're not going to do that. Yet, the people that are not participating in this group do not recognize that today is the day of least effort. So they may be inclined to pass judgment. Our role when we're practicing this law is to refrain from becoming defensive. What they say has no value to us. We are the ones that give it value. We are the ones that have some interpretation of what they said, so sometimes we take it as a compliment, sometimes we take it as an insult. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's our interpretation that's giving it any value at all. So today, go with the flow. We're not going to be the ones that are adding fuel to the fire today. We're going to be the ones that are stepping back. We're going to listen to what other people have to say. We're going to accept people for who they are. And we're going to let things just unfold the way that they're intended to unfold. Got it? That's that. The last component, that was the last component to the law. So I've covered them all. So just to sum them up, it's acceptance, accepting ourselves, accepting other people for who they are, keeping in mind, remembering this, that every single person here on this planet is here for a reason, and they are entitled to be and become the fullest expression of who they are. That goes for everybody. Just because it's different than what we want to be doesn't mean that we're right and they're wrong. We can all coexist peacefully by accepting who other people are, what they're about, wanting to learn more about who they are, where they come from. That is such a more peaceful way of being, and that is truly demonstrating the law of least effort. And you know what? The truth is, when we take the time to get to know people, even though that they are different or may have different interests that we have, we're all similar in so many other ways. It's a beautiful thing to be exposed to new information, new ideas, new hobbies that other people may be interested in that we've never been exposed to. So instead of looking at them like they're weird or passing judgment, today, just for today, today's the day that we step back and we go, well, isn't that interesting? And maybe we can ask a few more questions and glean some information, become more enlightened, become more educated as to what other people are truly about. Because at the core, we're truly all the same. Okay, the second component, just to wrap up, I know I've said a lot today. Just to wrap it up, the second component is the responsibility component, owning the things that we do, owning our reactions to things, taking a step back, responding to things. That's also part of being less defensive. So I wish you all the best of luck today. Rock and roll, make it happen gently, and go with the flow. Remember the lazy river. Okay, when things get a little crazy, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture yourself on that lazy river, going with the flow, going with the current, moving with the waves, knowing that every single moment that we are experiencing today is preparing us for what's to come. All of the beautiful things that we desire most in our lives can only come to us when we're ready. And every single moment that we experience prepares us for that moment. So until tomorrow, when we talk about Thursday's Law, I want you to make it an amazing day. Share your comments. Let us know how you did today, what you learned today about yourself, about other people, and let's all together practice the law of least effort. Bye!